Here's one, and this is going to be, again, folks out there, not attacking anyone specifically. And I told you I was going to bring this up, and it's just on my list. It says, socials blue tick.
Oh, yeah.
If you've paid for a blue tick,
wanker,
get some therapy. Build up your self-esteem. Like, we love you anyway.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay for a blue tick.
Yeah.
We believe you're legit. It's okay. Welcome to the last episode of the two Montys.
Fuck yeah, we'll keep going. I'll get the other Monty. The third one.
I won't tell you who he is.
True. Won't be hard to find.
No. All right, we've already started, and I hope Lincoln keeps in that last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm going into my photos. My list of fucking things to talk about's not in there.
New bit of jewellery, I see.
Oh, mate, I'm toying with becoming a ring guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I bought some, but I underestimated the fatness of my fingers, and so I've got to get
sausage
some other ones.
fingers.
Yeah, sausage fingers.
Yeah. So
Short and thick, do the trick.
Oh, happy wife, happy life.
Here you go. One of the things this has been on the list for ages, and we are yet to cover it.
Yeah.
It was actually covered in another podcast overseas, but it's done the rounds, and it's just worth bringing up for the folks that haven't heard about it. Because I hadn't heard about it until I went looking, and I've got in my podcast ideas notes list, breastfeeding groom.
Yeah, this is a bad one. And we might get the details wrong, but I don't think it really matters.
Can you talk about it a bit while I look them up?
So, as far as I can recall, it's about a...
So just to be clear, all you need to know is breastfeeding groom. That tells you all of the details. But
tells you a lot, but I think the bride walked into the bathroom and caught her groom, as in, not sure if she'd married him yet or was about to marry him, so it might have been pre-ceremony. I think it was pre-ceremony, and caught him breastfeeding
before walking down the aisle,
there you
this
go.
article says.
Yep, before walking down the aisle, caught her fiance, like very soon groomed to be, breastfeeding from his mother.
And she wasn't marrying a child.
No, she was marrying a 30-year-old.
Yeah, so, and I'll shout them out, even though they'll never hear this and they don't give a fuck, but it was brought up in the Unfiltered Bride podcast about a year ago, so we've very much got our finger on the pulse. Oh.
It's all happening here.
And it
the
says,
buzz, the drama, the atmosphere.
A bride ditched her husband on the wedding day after she discovered him in the bathroom doing the unthinkable with his mother. Now, I'll be honest.
Not what I thought she was going with unspeakable.
If someone said to me that he was doing the unthinkable with his mother, it's not breastfeeding.
No.
But it's probably, if you said, can you give me 5 unthinkable things to do with your mother, it might make the top 5.
Yeah. What was that one you thought before?
I don't know. I
going to the storage shed.
No, that's gay slang, mate. Not with your mum. That's a different thing.
Oh, God.
So the bride needed to go to the toilet just before the ceremony. She walked into the loo and she saw what was enough to end a wedding. And he was being breastfed by his
suckling
mum.
mama.
And so I guess the point there is, apart from obviously the outright horror, is that, and I'm no biological expert.
I got so many questions.
But my understanding of women's anatomy is that you don't, if you stop breastfeeding.
All my reference points come from the farm.
Come from the farm.
Yeah.
So you don't stop breastfeeding and then 30 years later just pick it back up.
No.
It needs to be a continuous effort.
He's been on the tit the entire time, never weaned. That is wild. Or
I tell you what he has got. You know what he's got? Strong bones.
Well, the bride's never going to know.
Well, listen.
Well, not again.
Well, I was going to say, it's not 1980, like 42.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably...
1980, what date were you going to quote then?
I was going to say 82.
Birth date?
Where people were still...
You would be born in the 80s, weren't you?
No.
70s?
Earlier than that.
60s?
No, 70s. You're correct.
We're going back to the ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR.
70s.
78 model here, mate.
Wow.
Yeah. I know, it's old. It's very old.
Yeah, no, I'm proud of myself.
What for?
been friends with you.
Again, welcome to the
Australian
last
fucking
episode of
Australian Bake Off.
Yeah.
Biggest fan.
No, not Australian.
Oh,
British.
British. Oh, my apologies. That
Australian
makes it so much
Bake Off
better.
is a poor imitation.
How would you understand? They're talking about all the weights in pounds and ounces, or do they use kilos?
Listen.
They don't talk about weights.
Well, even if they do, that's not the thrust of the show.
what is the thrust of a baking show?
Brotherhood. The brotherhood of man.
Wouldn't it be sisterhood, or are the guys
No, it's
baking
just, yeah, I'm using an old term for
Okay.
humanity.
from the 70s?
Yeah, from the 70s. That's where I'm from. I've still got this breastfeeding man on here. I don't. That's going to ruin my algorithm.
No, I just like that can't. Okay, the only other thing is
What'd you call him?
That can't have. I stopped mid sentence, but also he is.
Can I just really briefly? I hit the tab button on my Google, and so it's got the other ones open. The last tab before that is how old is Kyle Sandilands? Because again, I thought I was going to get roasted, so I was trying to arm myself with, when he said, "What's so terrible about being, compared to me?" and I would have said, "Well, you're north of 50, mate." So that was going to be my first one.
Yeah.
But it turned out, surprisingly to everybody, not the least myself, he was quite pleasant, apart from asking me about my dick. But anyway,
No,
sorry, I interrupted you. I know I don't do it often, and I apologise. So
don't do it often. Yeah, right.
the apologising.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you. No, unless maybe the mum had another child very close, and that's why she was lactating, and he just happened to, which kind of makes it. I don't know what's worse.
That's worse.
That he got back onto it.
Anyway,
After
sorry, Mum. By the
28
way,
years.
now that you're back producing that delicious creamy goodness,
Yeah, nice.
don't waste it all on that new baby.
Oh God, fuck their bones. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Yeah, that was on the list. It has been on the list
Yeah.
for ages.
No, we shouldn't. It's enough titty talk. We
All
should
right,
really
yeah.
bring this back to where it should be and talk about cocks.
What else have I got? Oh, this is a bit out of order now, and it's on my list, but I'm going to bring it up anyway because it's a callback to a previous episode where you brought up a number of things that I'd not really heard of before.
Like,
No, so they were the RSVPs. You put a song on there. That's how you make the playlist.
oh yeah,
and the
this is because you're out of touch and you're watching Bake Off.
That's right. And the Irish Goodbye.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think the very next wedding I did was at Seclusions at
Blue Mountains.
Yeah, in Blue Mountains there, which is a fantastic venue. And they did both of those things. They had a playlist from the RSVPs. There was a big chat about it. Like, don't go and hassle the DJ about requesting.
No. It's a pre-thought. Like
No, but that's
wedding
what they
website.
wanted me to announce.
Yeah.
Old mate's the DJ. He's going to do a great job. Don't go up hassling him for requests.
Yeah.
He already has all your requests from your RSVPs.
Yeah, good one.
Leave him alone.
Yeah.
And they also wanted me to announce the Irish Goodbye.
Yeah.
If you need to leave, just duck off. We want to be murdering the dance floor.
Yeah.
That's all we're going to do.
Yeah, good
The other advantage there was too, and this is unrelated, but just because I was there and it was great,
Yeah.
vendor meal.
Oh yeah.
No, fantastic. It was
No,
like
no, that's what I mean. They do a great one.
Well, no, well, 'cause
but
I
when
think
you
that
say
people-
vendor meal, most people go, "Fuck."
Yeah,
how bad
no,
was
but
it?
it was an American barbecue thing.
Yeah.
And the photographers were there quite often, so they kind of got looked after a little bit better than I did, which I'm not, because what happened was the guy came out and he goes, "Mate, we're all out of salad. Could you just take extra meat?" I go,
You're speaking my language.
"Mate, world-class salad dodger here." So, the other vendors had this like nice prepared thing of salad, and I'm like, "Yeah, just extra brisket. Thanks, champ. No
I'll
worries."
take the ham bone when you're done with
Yeah.
it too. Thanks.
Now you've got nothing, have you? You got
No.
anything?
No, I just wanted to sit back and then rip the shit out of you on different things.
Well, here you go. Have it. This is another one that was put to me by another wedding professional at an event. If you're having family photos or family and friends, whatever you want to do after the ceremony, and you want to do that thing, have a list, have it prepared,
Yeah.
and ideally have a professional run it.
Also, on that list, is it really essential to have every fucking family combination that has ever existed?
Look, it's
Because none of those photos are for the couple. They're
No.
for those people
No.
that are in the photos.
yeah, that's correct.
apart from the couple. With the exception of the grandparents, that's going to be a nice one because they're going to kick the bucket within the next 5 or 10 years. And
Not your grandparents, other people's grandparents.
Yeah. But your cousins that you only see at each cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
Once every 2 years.
With their plus one that introduces himself to you next week.
And the auntie and uncles, or all these weird random combos that mean fuck all to you. That is half an hour of your day that essentially cost you $10,000 for that half or whatever it is.
It's a wild swinging pendulum at weddings that I see of no photos. No, fuck it, we don't care.
Yeah.
To a 5-page
and this
combo thing.
This is not us saying go cheap, get less hours with the photo. My view is the opposite. Pay for a second shooter and have roaming, you have the odd shot where it's actually posed or whatever.
Here we are. We're back on another episode shitting on photographers.
No, I'm all for the photographer. Get an extra photographer. You get all the footage from all the different things, but none of it's staged.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Candid is in my opinion, my personal preference is candid photos, all over posed.
And I've seen a lot of them. They do so the main photographer is basically focusing on the couple the entire day, and then the other photographer, their job, they're I don't know what you say, a guideline for the reception or whatever it is they got to get a shot of every single guest.
Yeah, right.
So, if there's 100 people, they're gonna get through them, but also everything's covered. But
so we're opening the two Montys photography business next week because obviously we know all of the things about all of the fucking photography.
Yeah.
But the only other thing I would say is if you are, look, and it's horses for courses. Some people are very and I don't think this is you or me, but super family orientated in terms of cousins, uncles, aunties, and that's you. That's great.
Well, they probably married one of the cousins. No.
But what I would say is when you're developing your lists for the photos, don't just write down Monty and Monty and Nan. And then what you need to do is go, all right, let's say Nan, all the photos you want with Nan, stick them together. So start with everybody. And then go, Uncle Bill and Aunt Fran, you get out, another photo.
Yeah, cousins fuck off,
And you start culling it down so that the people, like a Nan doesn't have to get out, come back in, get out, come back in, get out, come back in.
Yeah.
The photos are done, righto, that side of the family, beat it.
Yeah.
Just put a little bit of thought into, start big, cut out the people till you get to that, and then you go, great, you're all done, move on, next family or whatever.
Yeah.
But this person said, but instead of having your maid of honour or a friend shout the names, get last weekend. This was my first wedding back for the year. The bride messaged me and says, "Is there any chance you could hang around for 10 or 15 minutes to run the photos?" I go, "Yep, that's fine."
Yeah.
And I stood there with the microphone and the PA shouting names and whipping them through. And the photographer went, "Thank Christ you're here."
Actually, that leads me to another point. Rapid fire photos, which is essentially that, but putting a banger of a song on. And then just
so the seclusions one I just talked about, did that as well.
Yeah,
so they had a couch. They sat on the couch. They sat on the couch, and all the people came in around.
This song goes for 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Every single photo on this list has got to be done by the song's finished.
Yeah.
Crank it up while they're doing the photo down. This person, and it makes it. It literally turns that 20 to 30 minute exercise into a 3-minute exercise.
Yeah.
So
it's a good move.
And I think the photos are better too, because if they're rushing in to get the photo and they're like, fuck, there's no time to be fapping about and whatever. You just get it, it's done.
There's no time for a fap if you need to be in that family photo.
That's right.
So back to he loves talking about wanking. Great work.
Oh, is that another term for
fap?
Fap.
Didn't you know that?
From the 70s?
Fuck.
You shouldn't have told me that.
What else is the trouble is I'm going to run out of things to talk about.
Yeah.
I already said, what about this one?
You told me don't bring anything. You don't need to because I'm going to talk over you anyway. So I didn't.
That isn't what I said. You said yesterday, almost in tears, I don't have anything to talk about.
I don't cry. Fuck off.
So again, from a mate of mine who
I'm an emotional man.
I reckon I probably cry more than you do.
Emotion.
Yeah. I'm a fucking...
Do you reckon?
I'm a crybaby.
Yeah,
I cry all the time.
Yeah.
I'll cry at Bake Off.
Oh, it just gets sadder and sadder.
I can tell you right now...
And your wife is beautiful.
She thinks it's endearing.
Endearing.
I can tell you now, I'll watch the finale of Bake Off tonight. It'll be emotional. They're all such lovely people, mate. I'm telling you.
And she'll be doing something like, I don't know, welding in the top shed.
Yeah. She's got punching a patching bag in the shed. What have I got here? I was going to read something and then So, again, back in the day, many years ago, when I lived at the same house where I'd, nearly drowned myself in the bath.
Yeah.
And it's actually the first time I was ever an MC. It was a mate of mine said, I reckon you'll be great at this. Can you do this job? And I went, you bet your balls I can. and I did a pretty good job. And in looking back, what I did was, what I've discovered now is, and we talked about before, looking for a little snappy one-liner or some great little joke that you can tell.
Yeah.
So two things happened. One was the best man, who was my mate's mate. I'm not particularly friends with this guy. I know him, but, they were pretty tight. That's why he was the best man. He got absolutely slaughtered. And obviously had to give a best man speech. So by the time he got up, he was like, hair, tie, the whole 9 yards. And it was reasonably clear that the speech he was going to read out, I think, his dad had written or something.
Yeah, right.
And in fact, we were in our early 20s. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And so he stood up there blind with a speech that appeared he'd never seen before.
Yeah.
And just stumbled. But they'd had 2 mics.
Yeah.
And so I was off to the side with the other mic, and I'm like, sound it out, champ. Sound out the big words. You can do it. And everyone's like, and then my mate, he's the middle of 3 boys, but the eldest brother's they're all like carbon copies of each other, but they get smaller as they get younger. And I was like, what about these guys, folks? They're like the original Russian dolls. That one fits in that one. That one fits in that. And I was like, yeah.
Bunch of babushkas.
Yeah, babushka. Anyway, my mate, and again, so long ago, it was on VHS.
Oh, my God.
So he brings around the VHS and he goes, mate, watch the reception. You were great. It's pretty great. I go, great. So he leaves me the tape.
Also, how the fuck did he watch that reception in 2024?
2024? Oh, now, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, well, he's watched it recently?
No. This is a story from back in the day. But he reminded me. He goes, you should tell this story.
Because I don't know where you'd find a VHS player nowadays.
No. Well, and I guess he's still got the VHS.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have any way. If you're out there, you know who you are. Get it on a disc or a USB or something, mate. But so he's left this tape with me. And so I've watched it, and obviously it was the beginnings of me being the egotistical prick that just likes the sound of his own voice, which just led me to be, have a podcast with fucking you that nobody listens to.
Fucking you,
except that nobody listens to except us.
True. I know we looked at the stats before.
Yeah, we just looked at them. Thank you, those 5 people.
There's about
we love you.
Well, there's 13 followers on one, and 13 views and 5 each from us.
Yeah.
A couple of
but yeah, so he's left a tape with me. And and this probably, I don't even know what your knowledge of such machines is, but and people of your age, but I had it was in the machine, and I was watching the cricket one day, and I bumped the wrong button on the remote control.
You taped over it.
3 minutes of the cricket onto his wedding video.
Oh my God.
So in the middle of the reception, it just clicks to back to a previous thing. Yes, welcome back to the MCG.
Stinking.
Yeah, it says here taping over the wedding video.
That
So I've taped about 3 minutes of the cricket over his wedding video.
Oh, I love that.
Thankfully, I think her parents had another copy, which they dubbed onto the new tape. But yeah, I taped over one of my best mates' wedding videos.
No, I'm of the vintage where we did have VHS, but it was, maybe by the time I was 5 or 6 year old, DVDs were starting to come out.
Yeah, right.
Something.
No, when a
bit later maybe.
I'm that old that we didn't even have a VHS when I was young, and then we got one, and then we got one with a remote control, but the remote control was on a cord.
Yeah, right. Well, I do remember playing the black and white Sega.
Oh yeah,
at Grandma and Granddad's house.
Big Sega players, Grandma and Granddad.
Don't know why they had it, to be honest.
Very good. All right, I've got to look back on the list now.
Yeah.
And I've got many things that are not wedding related.
Yeah, hit it. Yeah, we're not here for all the weddings.
Here's one.
Yeah. Everyone loves your bum washing story.
It wasn't as popular as I thought it would be. I can't imagine why. I can't imagine why not. Here's one for you.
Yeah.
If you're an able-bodied person, right?
Yeah.
You don't have any sort of, you're not injured, you don't have any sort of,
You and I, yeah.
impingement to your ability to move freely with your legs.
Yeah.
If you're on an escalator or a moving footway,
Fucking walk.
keep fucking walking. Keep fucking walking. It's not for you to go, oh, I'm just going to rest my legs. Fuck off.
The same,
Just keep walking.
It's like the travelator thing in the airport.
This is what I'm saying.
Flat.
Listen, if you're an
Yeah.
older person, if you've got an impingement or you need to, great.
Yeah.
Use it. If you're an able-bodied human,
Especially if you're wearing
Get
fucking
walking.
jeggings, active wear out at the shops.
you'll feel like the Flash.
Yeah.
If you walk on the moving walkway, you'll feel like the Flash. You won't believe yourself. But if you're a fucking idiot and your family and you're standing 4 wide on some sort of moving footway, going do 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 do, and then I see you use your legs, fuck you. How's that one? You like that?
He's behind them
And it was
saying, I better not see you fucking use those legs when you get
or
off
I'll break
here.
them. I'm not. I'm all bark and no bite.
Yeah.
What else have I got on my list? I'm running low, mate. Where's your list? You got anything on it?
Nothing. No. I'm just...
Here's one, and this is going to be, again, folks out there, not attacking anyone specifically. And I told you I was going to bring this up, and it's just on my list. It says, socials blue tick.
Oh, yeah.
If you've paid for a blue tick,
Wanker!
get some therapy. Build up your self-esteem. Like, we love you anyway.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay for a blue tick.
Yeah.
We believe you're legit. It's okay.
But I think it makes them look less legit because if it's a blue tick under 10,000,
Well,
you know it's been
blue
paid
tick, you got
for.
200
Yeah, 200
followers.
followers, yeah.
Yeah, just, come here. We'll talk you up. We'll give you a pep talk. We'll make you feel good.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay for blue ticks. I
No.
I don't know what, I don't know. Lincoln, have you got a blue
Maybe
tick?
it does mean something to someone, but I don't even know what it means.
Well, not now.
No.
Like previously when you
was
had to kind of
influencers.
earn it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, that's a legit, like they've checked them out. It's a proper account, blah, blah, blah. But if anybody can pay for a tick, then what's the point?
Yeah. We're never going to get...
No.
No.
Never going to give you. Oh, is that not what you're doing?
No.
Oh.
No, we're never going to get the blue tick because we're not influencers because what we say here, people don't care about.
If you're influenced by us, again.
Because episode 1, we
Get some therapy.
talked about cake and newsflash, people are still buying fucking cakes.
People will keep buying cakes,
Yeah.
and I'm glad they do.
Yeah.
That's entirely
Because
their business.
The chat was not about not buying cakes, but also even if people thought it was about not buying cakes, people didn't listen to that because they're still buying cakes. Because
Yeah.
I told you that wedding I went to and they had three
cakes.
3 cakes
And that's great.
for 50 guests.
Good for them.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
And if my maths is correct, that's like 1 cake
per person.
per person, per man, per degree over 35. And then add another cake. Lots of cake.
And honestly, there's just a lot of things now that are just me shouting. Oh, what about, we've previously spoken about kids at weddings.
Yeah.
Someone told me, and I can't, this has been in the list that long, I can't remember who told me or what it was about.
Yeah.
It might have been you. It says 22 kids and 4 nannies at the wedding.
Get fucked. That was not me.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I can't remember who told me that or what the context was, but they did a wedding.
Also, that ratio, there's no way those 4 nannies are keeping 22 kids.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Actually, I did have a couple. They got a jumping castle and a nanny. So it's like, yes, bring your kids. They're not like, they might have been at the ceremony, but for the reception, it's adults only. And they had a separate section, which was basically a daycare for the night, a night care, where they had a full jumping castle and staff there looking after everyone's kids.
Great.
And so if you had to go and whip your tit out to your 30-year-old son, you could. But if you didn't, then you could just let him play.
You shouldn't do that if he's going to get straight on the jumping castle, though, because it'll
Milk belly.
upset his his tummy.
Yeah. So that's a good idea. So,
yeah.
Yeah, jumping castle for the kids.
Yeah. Oh, look, if you're going to employ someone who's going to run a thing and the kids are entirely contained and looked after
Yeah.
and parents don't have to do it or they, but again, some people are way more family orientated than you or I are, and that you do you. But yeah, 22 kids at a wedding when you're paying a per head price.
Well, I won't be
4
bringing.
nannies.
I won't be bringing my kids because
good.
I don't know any of them. So
That's the old joke. I don't have any kids. I also avoid the letterbox at Father's Day.
no, if I've got them, they'll come. But they're mine. not everybody else's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but yeah,
Not
but
22 and a nanny.
but
or
not
four
four
nannies.
nannies.
No.
But not only that, you know, for the, I don't know, if you go to a wedding, you want to have a good time, not like chase your kid the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says Bake Off here. Do you want to talk about Bake Off?
No, thanks. I'm done.
Fucking righto. What about, I heard a bit, oh no, I don't even want to tell that story, to be honest. It's a...
The Great Aussie Jerk Off. That's a show I'd watch, but not Bake Off. Maybe I should make that. We could be the hosts.
Stop trying to make
The
me
two
wank in front of
Montys
you.
uncut.
Stop
Only
trying to make me wank in front of you.
only uncut
It's
cocks.
not happening. It's not happening.
And your hosts.
I tell you what, I thought I had a comprehensive list, and it's really starting to
Thin out.
thin out. Here's one, and this is again not entirely wedding related, but and it's a bit like I was talking about in one of the other episodes. I think it's already out, or it would be by now. That you know, the it's like a cliche where, or not even a cliche, but you know, where the bloke does the engagement proposal in a huge venue. Similar stupid thing is when people have like a good looking daughter, and it's always a bloke, again, sweeping sexist generalisation because blokes are fuckwits, where a bloke will go, geez, mate, I hope you got a shotgun. And you're like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the implication, but
Also,
what are you saying?
But also, what parents can say? Yeah, no, I really want to keep her at home until she's 55.
Yeah, well, you know,
spinster.
not only that, but we've in no way prepared her for the world, and I'm terrified about what's going to happen when she gets out there.
Yeah.
Like, it's just this stupid fucking, these things that people say.
Yeah.
That you're like, what does that even? You see blokes with it on their shirt.
Yeah.
Like a you know, these bullshit meme shirts, and it's got something about, yeah, I've got a shotgun, I hope you can run, or some other, you're like,
Yeah.
huh? The fuck are you talking about? Anyway,
It's like the chat that is inevitably at every fucking wedding in some capacity about the, you know, oh, it's not too late to run, and are you sure? And like,
well, I like that one though. It's not always, but sometimes when you're doing the signing, and the best man will be there again, bloke, who
Fuckwit.
as the bloke's going to sign, he'll go, mate, it's time. You know, if you're going
Last
to run, it's
chance,
now, and I'll
yeah.
go, it's too late, mate.
Too late.
Done.
Words have been said.
The words have been said,
Yeah.
as we discussed previously. It is too late.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up, idiot.
That's it. Actually, I don't know if no, I don't think we did. Maybe we did.
This is quality content.
Yeah. No, about old mate messaging. It was the bride that messaged our mate, celebrant mate, to say don't register it because she'd gotten in a punch on with him. We already.
Oh, I don't know if it was a punch on, but yeah, that was. I know we briefly touched on it before when we were talking, and in the other episode we were talking about once you say the line, it's dusted. Too late.
Well, that is just complete wasted content there, folks. Do we bother scrapping it, or what? You just choke on a laugh?
I don't know what I choked on.
You know.
Yeah, I know. All right, can you tell that we're getting towards the end of our block of recording, folks?
We still have one more to go.
Do we? There's not yawn now.
This is only
quality
3,
content.
Is this 3, Lincoln? Fucking hell.
No, we love it. We hope you love it too. Bye for now.
Oh yeah, hey. Welcome back.
I need to find that post.
I need a wee again.
Fuck.